stream anytime, anywhere with the free PBS app.
It was shocking when it was built. A Gothic castle befitting English royalty just north of New York City.
In its day, people couldn't imagine why you would build this thing in the middle of the United States on the Hudson River. It had no context whatsoever.
The lord of the house was former New York City Mayor William Paulding. He had moved to the Hudson River Valley in 1842 from a city that was becoming more dirty and crowded by the day. This was the start of a trend. As the Industrial Revolution cast a cloud over American cities, the rich built country homes.
People are becoming rich. They're building villas. You've got Americans who are starting to be Americans, and they're looking for what their identity should be.
If Mayor Paulding wanted a home with personality, A.J. Davis was the architect for the job, and he knew it. Davis claimed that he had a prominence and influence not possessed by any architect before or since. A.J. Davis was well versed in the popular classical revival styles, but he felt that the precise symmetry that Thomas Jefferson loved was too rigid for a man's country home.
He understands that Americans are rooted to the land, that they want that relationship to the landscape. He's fascinated with making that connection.
Architect Davis knew the site called for a picturesque style, as varied and uneven as the rugged landscape.
And what they thought is that the Gothic style, which was so unusual, asymmetric, had points coming up, things sticking out, was appropriate to the rocky crag that was coming out of the hill, and that the two blended together quite beautifully.
Gothic was a radical choice for an American home. It was imported from England and often associated with medieval churches, castles, and fine universities. And this spoke to Mayor Paulding's ambitions.
It says, I am a man of ideas. I'm not trying to scream these things, but it's all here, and it says, this is how I want to live in a high manner.
So would butlers and footmen be coming out to welcome us now?
Well, while that would be true in an aristocratic estate in England or France, this was an American home. They were living a much more casual lifestyle. And if you wanted, you could actually walk up to the front door, rung the bell, and had somebody bring you in.
Wow. A.J. Davis extended the Gothic theme to every corner of the house, right down to the furniture.
Davis designs the interiors of the house, whether built-in furniture, whether standalone furniture, and all the finishings.
But despite its English flavor, this home caters to American tastes. Davis included American adaptations, like a porch, which adds outdoor living space sheltered from the harsh climate, cutting-edge conveniences, like bathrooms, and radiators, made Americans less reliant on servants. And the floor plan breaks out of a traditional box. Its irregular shape reaches into the American landscape.
What's interesting about Davis, he really represents, much like Jefferson does, America's search for an appropriate style. He wants more daylight in, so he bumps a tower out here, or he bends a wall back here. He sticks porches on. He wants to have the irregularity that really represents the American lifestyle. We live that way. We don't live in perfect little organized boxes.
Once considered shocking, Lyndhurst proved highly influential. It and other A.J. Davis designs were featured in a series of wildly popular books, which brought Gothic cottage designs to the masses. Like Lyndhurst, these houses represented the dreams of American homeowners for a house that expresses who they are and connects them to their land.
I think what's interesting about Lyndhurst, it's at a critical point in a development of a true American aesthetic identity. You're getting to a point where they basically want something that represents who they are and how they live.